Was that like the literal specter of death? You must have blacked out. You still have a pounding headache. Somehow you're back in the base. Perhaps there's a medical bot. Maybe it goes into storage when it's not in use. That didn't look very much like a medical bot. Maybe try something else to get a reward and make it back home.
Major, we trust you have had a successful landing. As you are just here for your final mission, please get down to the main computer to be briefed. Thank you.
We're just gonna not talk about that. Discoveries of epic proportion. The Corps will have to send a shuttle. Right, so like I'm bounty hunting for my life, I guess, is kind of the idea. Oh, I didn't see these drawings on the wall before. Looks like more of your kids' drawings are hung up. How are they getting here? Oh, they weren't here before. Okay. That would explain why I didn't notice them. That's actually a pretty cool drawing. I think that there's some adults that have a style very similar to that. It's actually slightly Pendleton Ward. You know, it's funny, you look at kids' drawings sometimes for various reasons. Maybe you have like a cousin, or, you know, there's kids around other families, or, you know, whatever reasons you end up seeing some children's drawings, and some of them are just sort of scattershot. A lot of them look kind of like that. But then some of them have their own little, like, kind of an artistic bent to them, even from a very young age. You can almost tell the difference some of the time. Alright, kind of don't really want to interact with any of this stuff. We saw this all last time. Yeah. Thanks very much, Matt Skaggs. Welcome back for the 3rd month. Much appreciated. Can I go down here? There's no duck. It looks like the perfect little spot that they've carved out for me to slide through. Oh, was maintenance bot doing this? I guess so. I guess I'm gonna get some kind of a message between... Yeah.
Hey, hope everything's going okay. I know we could really use the money, but I just wish this wasn't so involved. It just feels really long. Kids really miss you already, and it's just hard doing this alone. You should be here with us. Oh well, hope to hear from you soon. Miss you.
Oh, that's pretty.
Hello, Dad. Mom got mad at me for sneaking ice cream when she was gone. But it turned out to be okay. But we're out of it, so. And bye, Dad. Love you.
I want to look at these fireworks a little bit more. Oh. So I guess that's going to be the structure, huh? Look at a planet. Oh, what is this? Cargo? Oh. Look at a message. Go look at a planet. Repeat? Wasn't that the greenhouse before? Oh no, this is the greenhouse. I wanted to explore, but like they didn't let me, and also there weren't really any things I could do. Found a cool rock and was like, yeah, this is a neat rock. Wouldn't that be exciting if we did something with this? And they're like, no, we won't let you do that. It's just the man keeping me down, you know.
Are being made each day by our greatest explorers. This planet has been identified as having a high probability of being inhabited by complex life forms. Please locate your AV unit, and it will help you find and identify these life forms.
Okay.
Ferdinand Magellan's expedition was the first to circumnavigate the Earth and the first to navigate the strait in South America connecting the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans, and Magellan's crew discovered the Philippines to the west. Magellan exploration skills have been acknowledged in the naming of objects outside of Earth. The Magellan probe that surveyed Venus before space travel allowed it to be viewed firsthand. The Magellanic Clouds now both fully map dwarf galaxies. The twin lunar craters on Earth's moon, Magellan's and Magellan's A, and the Martian crater of Magellan's Magellan's crew were the first to note many new animals to Western society, including the penguin and guanco. Magellan's discoveries made him famous for all history.
Are they trying to put me in this position where I feel jealous of all these other people? Oh, what? Okay, we had to stop for loading for a second. Oh, I guess so this ball could appear.
Greetings, Major, and welcome to Dolores. As you know, your mission is identify...
Magellans.
If you complete this mission, you will be able to retire and devote yourself to your family. The core values your deep commitment to loyalty.
Yeah, I was a little Magellus.
And have done everything possible to support your success. A fully charged core ABA unit has been deployed to assist you in meeting the goals of your mission. Good luck, Major. We're confident you will succeed and will return to Earth safely to be united with your loving family.
So, like, I'm on a different planet now? But I don't know why? So, I don't know, I feel like I'm missing a lot of information here. Alright, that's cool. Very Metroid Prime. Oh, look, a crashed ship. Maybe worth checking if the ship is repairable. This reminds me a lot of Grav, actually, as well. I'd love for them to explain what possible reason that a life form would need to look like that. But it's interesting regardless. Alright, so... Let me get a quick look before I turn around and head towards the first thing. There's not a timer on this one, which I value and appreciate very much. What?
Hello.
Oh no!
The Ava software.
No!
I am here to help you complete the parameters of your mission.
By the time I saw what I was touching, it was too late.
Mission direction. Retrieving mission and personal files.
Where's my bacons?
Are you ready to begin our mission to find
Yes.
and document complex
Yes.
local life forms?
Oh, they're
My
not bacons
scanner
this
has
time.
already found several, but we need more granularity. Major, please find the detector map tool, and we can get started on this mission. We can depart whenever you are ready.
I'm ready like yesterday.
The detector map in your hands is quite a complicated
Is that my hand?
You can see where you are, and the indicator where your objective is.
My hand looks like a bunch of marshmallows stuck together.
My batteries have enough energy to assist you for a limited amount of time.
No! Just
So let's
stop
get going
assisting
and see what we can
me!
find with the detector map tool.
If the goal here is to, like, be awed by the environment, the worst thing you could possibly do is give people a direct path to where you need to go to proceed. And it's cool that you can kind of, like, meander a bit, but for the most part, it seems like it's just, like, go here. And then you go there. I can't believe that that would be all that happens, though. There's got to be more than that. Also, the pop-in is, like, pretty rough. So we're just going to head over Magellan in that direction. And most likely Magellan, when we get there, there's probably going to be something that'll just send us off in a Magellan other direction. Where did the point go? Magellan. Oh, it's over there. How did I pass it, Magellan? There we go. A little boost jump. You know what? is really kind of funny about this is it's got the map exploration element from Shadow of the Colossus. I'm just holding up my sword and running around the landscape. It's like really framey though. Oh, look.
Your time looking for these?
I am? I don't have a clue what you want me to look for. Oh, this? Pizza? I found pizza? I must be playing tricks. Gluten, dairy, carbs. Yeah, you do it over and over again. Found pizza. Oh, that's good. I mean, I ate some pizza today. And these things look like those awful scanner monsters from Skyward Sword. When you have to do the berry collecting missions, which I thought were awful and silly. Oh, maybe didn't want to actually jump there, but it's okay. I rescued myself. My hand is ready for the pizza, that's totally true. Okay, I don't think I was really reading the map very carefully prior to just now. Because there's actually like a big ol' blobule. Oh, hi. Are you bad? Apparently you're bad. I thought you were maybe what I was looking for. But is what I'm looking for actually interstellar pizza? Ah! Alright, Magellan. Where am I, Magellan, going, Magellan? I guess I'm glad the thing is, like, pseudo-taunting me now instead of just endlessly talking about my family. Holy Magellan, where am I going? I started looking at the ground and the map on my hand instead of the map in my UI. AKA that checkpoint up there. How am I supposed to get up that high? Oh, over there, I guess. Jeez, how am I gonna cross this? It's a little bit risky doing this. Oh, I wasn't able to jump for a second. I kind of clipped halfway through that ground, I guess. There we go. Use the old jump jets. Seems to work just fine. There we are. What is this?
I'll give this creature a temporary Latin name until you officially name it. Lepus magna auribus. This is a remarkable discovery. It is adorable. Look at those large eyes. Did you know that explorers who discover life forms get to name those life forms? When this life form is entered into the Universal Taxonomy database, not only will your name be entered as the discoverer of record, but you can give it whatever name you want. You will always be remembered. Isn't that wonderful? It's the least the Corps can do for people such as yourself, who dare to achieve what most would never dream of. Here's a helpful update from your HR Corps. Subscribe to our new lecture series, The Greats, and hear talks from the legendary Corps explorers, such as Jazzy Steve Bell, Ephraim Purple, and Katie. To be the best, you must learn.
Jazzy Steve Bell. I'm gonna name this the Magellan. Magellan family. Of the Magellan family, I mean. Is that where you want me to go? Alright, well, having jump jets certainly makes this a lot easier. I just need some kind of crazy glowing skateboard. Of the Clan Magellan, you got it. This planet is very Avatar looking, it's very cool. Magellan! Oh, I just made it. What is happening here? A pina colada with a kiwi? It's an open bar. You could really use that right now, or maybe you did already, and that is why you're seeing stuff.
Yielded no results. We should investigate the next objective.
Alright. Where might that be? I don't see any map markers. Oh, there it is. So this is basically what we can expect No Man's Sky to be like, right? Exactly like this. Lots of space pizza and little silly rabbit things. And we get to name everything Magellan. What?
Gigas ossiculatum quadtura. This one is huge. What a great specimen. I'm not saying you should take off your helmet, but my olfactory sensors indicate you are really missing out on the scent it is emitting.
Oh, this.
I have done a statistical analysis of explorers who have discovered and named new life forms all across the galaxy. Do you know what they have in common?
They're all named
The
Magellan.
majority of them were single. They did not have domestic or life partners, children or other dependents. I wonder if this correlation is significant. Does having a family prevent you from achieving something glorious? Major, do you think about what you might be able to accomplish if your thoughts did not constantly return to those people you left behind on Earth who depend on you?
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to convince me that my life could be cooler without a family? So I don't know how you're gonna pull that one off. I'm still mortal, right? Well, maybe that'll change. Ah. I guess those are bad, so we stay away from those. What? Oh, here we go again. You sucked up all my radiation shield. Oh my god. What? Wait just a freaking second. Was that scripted? Or did that just... I must have wandered into its way, right? Why did that happen? What? I guess those spores just, like, insta-killed me? Do they not want me to go this way or something? Oh, there's multiple of them. Alright, I mean, I'll just bob and weave. I'm not necessarily gonna avoid the area they're in entirely. Ah! Almost got me. Do I not have a distance marker? Maybe that was the end. Can I stand on these leaves? Oh, that would have been so much better if I could. When I get No Man's Sky, I'm gonna name every planet I get onto Magellan XYZ name. And I'll leave a freaking trail of Magellans across the sky. And I'll steal a ship to do it too, so I'll be the Magellan Felon. Are people getting artifacting even at source quality? And most likely you are, yeah. The game has a lot of filter effects happening in front of the camera, which is really bad for streams, unfortunately, and I didn't know that prior. It's got like an interlacing effect happening. There's, of course, all the diffraction of light from the water droplets that are moving, the rain itself, and the little particles in the air. And there's a blur effect happening at multiple levels, and all of those are colliding to create very difficult to look through visor, not to mention all the foliage, so... Visually, I can see why this one's a bit rough. It actually doesn't look that great, even to me. Like, it's got a lot of pop-in, kind of muddy textures. And the frame rate is dropping a lot, which it shouldn't be at all, considering, you know, I'm playing it at 720p in a window. I don't even think I have the fullest view distance on. There might have been an option. Yeah, we're definitely going to turn off depth of field. I'm not sure why I didn't consider that. Oh, I can't. I guess I had to do it from the start screen or something. Alright, I wish I was smart, then I would have done that. Is that what makes Rocket League look bad? Yeah, it's all of the pixels updating from things like this foliage here that's got about 1 million changing moments from second to second. There's a thing that I have a hard time ever explaining, but I understand it in my head. So if you have a 2D game... Oh, I guess we're going to have exposition for a second. I'll try again in a sec. Blended coffee. Blend coffee drinks were almost your downfall, especially when you had to work late and you knew would it be up for a long time and you deserved a treat, right?
Not all anomalies on the sensors will turn up valuable discoveries. Some are just random blips of electromagnetic interference.
Alright, but think about in a 2D game when you've got, say, a UI or a set of persistent tiles on the screen. For example, you're doing one screen of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, so imagine just your player character is really the one thing that's constantly changing. Of course, animations where you walk and where you, you know, fire your sword or slash your sword, and then of any enemies, of course, or magic spells you cast. Those all change things pixel to pixel from moment to moment. But other than that, the things that you're adding to the scene, those are the only things that are changing. The rest of this, the rest of the background is all going to be the same through the 60 FPS that are getting rendered. So that's way less data that it has to calculate per frame. When you're looking at a 3D game, every time I slightly shift my view, every single pixel is moving and changing, except for the UI at the very bottom of the screen. And that is exacerbated by the blur effect, because that's all kind of smushing pixels together. So, it's a lot worse for streaming games like this, and if there's ever foliage, as well as pixel effects or shaders or UI things like this, those all make it way, way worse for streaming, unfortunately. I have no idea where I'm meant to go. There's no indication anymore. The blended coffee drink was my downfall. Where am I going? You just want me to wander? Oh, now it's giving me a life form. Whoa! Try that again. What do we have this time?
Mialis ornatus lucius. Yikes! Don't want to get too close to
Yikes!
this major. Looks quite dangerous. Lucky for
It's
you.
a bone
you can
rhino.
Still enjoy its majestic demeanor from a distance. After our previous conversation
I'm
in
riding
Rare
it.
Cycles, I did additional statistical analysis on historical data, and I found something that I think is interesting and relevant to the mission as well as future missions. I was trying to find records of people who became famous and celebrated for their devotion to their family, and I was not able to find very many. In fact, most of the results returned by my search were of fictional characters featured in situation comedies broadcast on television during the second half of the 20th century. They sure don't make them like that anymore, do they, Major?
Are you trying to convince me seriously to throw my family under the bus after like one situation ago you were trying to do nothing but remind me about them? I'm very confused about the motivations of this character or what I'm being told to do. The whole thing seems really incoherent, and also it isn't trying to let me in on the joke yet. And there's only so long that I think most people would be willing to go along with that lingering question in their mind before they start to feel some sort of dissonance and get frustrated. And I'm teetering on the border of it already. Oh my god, what? Also, I feel like the frame rate just keeps getting worse. Can I turn down the view distance at least? Does that help? Not really. Kinda doesn't. What is this? Oh, a camera on a plate. Your wife loved taking pictures. Remember how whenever the family go out, she would always stop everyone and make them take some pictures, interrupting everything, and everyone else would complain. That was the worst. Really, what can be worse than that? Thank you very much, Sir Matthias, for the 3 months in a row. So, like, I just clicked on this object, right? And it told me some text, which now seems not to be able to be triggered again. And in the middle of me reading this thing that I've had proven several times over that it doesn't stay on the screen for very long, it started talking as I was reading, and then that went away too before I could hear the other thing. It seems like they're trying to flood me with contrary information at the same time. It's just like confusing and slightly overwhelming. I wonder if this actually goes on forever, if this is just procedurally generated as I go, which is why the frame rate keeps dropping. It's just like adding stuff.
Gyra Ossum Altus. This one is quite lovely. I'm sure the people on Earth would love this. You have discovered 4 hitherto unknown life forms. The study of these life forms will yield untold benefit to mankind, and answer many questions that have plagued scientists for centuries. What you have achieved
It's
on
a
this
giraffe
planet
with horns.
will ensure that you become a legendary explorer, to be mentioned in the same breath as Marco Polo, Christopher Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan, John Smith, Neil Armstrong, Kid Wack, Zeldfar
Kid Rock,
Polaris, and Katie. Unfortunately,
Polaris,
I have not been able
the
to
YouTube
get a
network.
signal to the core outpost, and my batteries are nearly empty, which means you will die here alone. I think this is how every great explorer should die, don't you? Would you prefer to pass away of old age, surrounded by loved ones but quickly forgotten by the world? No, you have a much greater destiny, to die here and to be eaten by one of your discoveries, and not necessarily in that order. Congratulations, Major. I only wish I could be online to witness you being devoured by history.
What the hell is happening? They're positioning me to want to abandon my family to become a great explorer that gets fame and fortune, but also they keep reminding me of these really weird things that seem really negative and sad. It's like they're just trying to torture me mentally for some reason. I don't really understand why. Alright, so we're just going to go towards that red arrow on the map and hope that at some point that will lead me to where I need to be. Yeah, we're getting near the sphere of influence, which I suppose means we're going up there. If you so much as step on a butterfly, it will change the course of human history. Oh, don't I know it? Another Until Dawn observation. Well, last time this thing just, like, found me and knocked me out, whether I wanted to or not. Try and give it a wide berth. I don't know if it'll care. Maybe it will. It's so weird how you take something that could be very exotic looking and interesting, and then you sort of replicate it in different permutations across what feels like an infinite plane, And then once you start to see the similarities and even something very exotic, no matter how interesting it looks, it always feels just sort of like white noise that you're traveling through. It's sort of the nature of procedural terrain, I guess, if that is indeed what this is, or, you know, at the very least, repetitive terrain. It always looks good in screenshots, but then you start walking around and you're like, well, we've got these weird twisty sticks everywhere, we've got a bunch of purple plants, got some hills that go up and down with gaps in between them, and then there's just more of that in every direction. Oh, there's an exit. Oh. Oh, I wanted to land on that. Oh, well. I think that is where I'm going, though. Up. Nope. I don't know, actually. Where am I going? Oh, up there? Well, shit. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Oh. I didn't know if these were meant for me or if these were just incidentally here. Coincidentally here. They're very, very far apart, actually. I'm hardly climbing, but I'll just keep going in the hopes that this is going to work out here. Oh! Yep, just barely cleared that. This structure must not be random, right? Because otherwise these jumps wouldn't be as precise as they are. This is going to be a bad day if I end up falling off of this. Thankfully, I have not. Oh, God. Oh, the spores. They're full of radiation. It's the last thing I needed right now. Yeah, basically Mario. Basically a plumber. What are you? Oh, Skull Stag. It's beautiful-ish. Fortunately, you cannot record or share. It's unclear if Ava's recorded ones were sent. You are feeling dizzy. This is the part where I'm going to pass out and wake up in my ship, I guess.